My internet went down there for a second. It got so mad at me dying and losing. It's like, ah! It rage quit on me. Alright, hold on. Give me 1 second. Wow.
Yay, smile.
Second there. But I'm back. I'm letting people know on Twitter and Discord that I'm back, so give me 1 second. Twitch.tv. Thank you guys for patiently waiting. I appreciate that so much. Let's see if I can do... See if I can find like a... Cool, that looks like it. Alright. Okay, let Discord know. Can't believe we're already on the 6th dungeon. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. Okay. Here we go. Alright, we're back! Wah! Oh, how's the stained glass making? I haven't been able to do the next step yet. I was really busy this weekend. But it's going good. Thank you for asking. Alright, should we try again? Should we wait a few minutes before we try again? I reset it again, so... Hi Melton, hello. Your shirt. I know. It's the outfit. It's the sorry, not the outfit. It's the artwork from the first game, the one that we're playing. Without us, you take it longer? No, I think I would be fine because I have a guide and I would have followed the guide, but you guys just are a little bit quicker than me reading. So in fact, yeah, I guess it would take a little bit longer because I would have to read the guide, but I don't think it would take as long. You love my shirt? Well, thank you. Okay, should we keep going? Sorry about, I have no idea. It just like went out like completely. Oh, I don't know. Hopefully he doesn't do it again. Okay, let's just keep going this way. I know the other one dropped another key, but I think we'll be fine. Did I find all the Crocs yet? No. Oh, for a second, I thought... Oh man, I am taking so much unnecessary damage. I thought doing the flute was gonna show like the big boss man, but it didn't. Oh darn! Thank you, Matthew. I don't know why I thought that would be, but oh well. Darn. Playing their flute. I don't know. I guess not. Pro strats though, if that was the case. Let's use my boomerang. Maybe. Can they hit me if I go like... Okay, I have to be like totally out of the... Darn it. Whoa. I hate these statues so much with a passion. So much passion, I hate... Ah! Why do they keep Why do they keep shooting even after I kill all the bats? They should stop shooting. Oh, forgot about that room. Alright, well we have 8 bombs. I'm just gonna try my best. I'm gonna try my best here. Darn it. Okay, we got one down. If I can get the next Wizrobe. There we go, okay. Now I can focus on fighting whatever these guys are called. Okay. Oh, and then down. They're called, wait, what are they called? Ah! Okay, let's see if I can just avoid that room altogether. Oh, whoa! Oh! Wait! Why is this boss here? Oh, God. Oh, man. I'm gonna die. Oh wait, can I just use bombs? Oh gosh, that was so dumb. Oh, it's a mini boss. Oh, so if you've seen a boss before, it's a mini boss? Okay. Zelda 2 tomorrow? Well, if I beat this game today, then yeah, it would be tomorrow. I'm gonna be honest with you, I wasn't expecting to beat this boss right now. Or, this game today. I'm gonna just keep redoing it until I get a little bit better. Do I have a Zelda sweatshirt on? I do. Whoa! Wait a second. Did I just save over it? Oh my god. Oh, whatever. I'll just keep going. I was hoping that wasn't going to be the case, but it is. So, alas. Ooh, they're giving me hearts though because they feel bad. What program do you use? I'm playing on the Switch. Is that your only piece of Zelda clothing? It is not. I really hate this room. Wait. Why aren't the other statues... Oh, never mind. I jinxed it. Come here! Oh. Why aren't the other statues shooting for a second there? Hi, Adam! Annoyance! Okay, here we go, here we go. Here's a mini boss. I don't know if this is doing damage. I don't think it's doing damage. Let's go be healed up again. I can't get anywhere with only 3 hearts. Where's the fastest route though? Ooh, I got him. Where's the fastest route to get to the fairy thing though? I'm thinking this is the fastest route. Oh. Flute warp? Would that be fast? What is the closest dungeon, or which is the closest dungeon to the fairy fountain? Likes and Ocarina? Oh, I remember those things. They're gross. Gannon watching this. Dungeon 3. Dungeon 2. Lionel's look derpy. They do look derpy. Which one is this one? Is this the third one? This is Dungeon 5. Okay. Yoink. It got me before the other dude did. Is this the first dungeon? Yes. I never remember what they look like. Oh! Darn it, you messed up my groove! Damn, thanks for the host! Hello! Okay, is the green on the green map? This is Dungeon 3. No, this is Dungeon 4. Why isn't it taking me to Dungeon 3? Wait. I forgot. Oh, wait. Ah! There we go. Here's Dungeon 3. Threw off my groove. Woo! You're gonna make me die! Okay, so Dungeon 3 definitely is the better one. Good to know. Alright, now we just got to get back to the graveyard in one piece. Which shouldn't be too hard if I'm just really careful. North, west, south, west. Wow! I can't teleport.
I visited my friend at his new house. He told me to make myself at home, so I threw him out. I hate visitors.
Wow, Giant. I'm just kidding. Thank you for the 100 biddies. How are you doing today? I can't teleport to this dungeon unless let's save. I can't teleport unless I've finished it, right? Big shield probably be nice. I'm gonna keep trying though. Oh, okie dokie. Okay. We got this. We have full hearts and a flute. Flute does nothing. Let's put my bow and arrow on, because why not? Alright, let's give this a go. Am I gonna beat this game today? I don't know. I don't know. I didn't honestly when I started playing, I thought this was literally gonna take me like it said like 3 or no, I thought it was gonna take me like 2-3 days maybe. Rip my full hearts. I hate this room. It should go and die. Oh, not so bad. We only have half. Okay, all right. Not too bad. But now we have to fight this demon. Oh god, we have to do this room too. I forgot. Stop it! Stop. You guys are evil. I literally am gonna die from this stupid room. Maybe I should use my bombs for these guys. Okay, we're gonna retry. I think that went well. Yes. I hate that room. Those 2 rooms are like death traps.
You should always knock on the fridge door before opening it. Just in case there's a salad dressing.
Oh my god, it's laggy. Thank you, Giant. Okay, here. Here, let's equip my bomb. I only have 2 bombs. Let me tell her to get the large shield. It's expensive. Die! Let go of me. Why can't this room just stay open? No! 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 Got him. Oh! We did it! Oh! Okay, alright, a little bit better. Not the best, but a little bit better. Whoop! Let's just dodge, okay? Alright, we got the mini boss here. Ah! Oh, okay, his head chopped off. Ow! He has 3 heads. Come on. Come on. I did it. I took so much damage, but I did it. Woo! They should have music every time you finish a boss. It's kind of like lackluster, you know? I get my joy seeing you guys go, yay! In chat. Not the music in the game. It should be like, you know? And something jazzy. Okay, where's that darn map? If I could find that map, that would be really nice. Okay, this room doesn't have the, what do you call them? Magicians. The map! Yes! It's like the game heard me. Okay. Alright, let's see, where are we? Holy cow. Okay, we can go down. We want to go down? I kind of want to, I think I should go up. Because that's where, I don't know. I only have 1 key. Maybe we should go up. Let's go up. Oh god, I should not have gone up. I'm gonna die. Ugh, the pain. Since I think they have hidden stairs. Wow. Maybe. I can redo.
Texas and snow is not something I thought I would ever see.
Right, Giant? Right? Let's just reload. Isn't it crazy? Did I already get the key from these dudes? Too scared to check. Maybe you could have saved after beating the dragon mini boss. My health was really, really low though. I could have probably. We're gonna give it one more shot. I don't think I did. I suck at my directions. Oh. Yay! I got both of them! Wait. What does this do? I didn't get the map yet. I forgot. You gotta beat the first Zelda? Oh wait, right. It's this thing. I could have held the key. I'll have to remember that next time. I'll just keep the key so I don't have to go back over there. The mini boss doesn't stay dead because I restarted. Pretty sure. That was rude. What was rude? You know what's really rude? Oh. Whoa. Whoa, they multiply. What the? What? Since when do they multiply? When they get hit by fire, they multiply? Thank you for the 31 months! Hello! It's like super laggy. Goodness gracious. Got like super laggy. Hi bees! How is your Sunday going? How do speedrunners do this godforsaken room? Oh my god. It should be rebooting. Huh? Those are gels? When they get hit by anything less. Oh, I see. Oh! It's a miracle! It's a miracle, chat! A Christmas miracle! Oh my gosh! Wow! I need that for everything. You should stay at the door and kill it. I don't think you can press A when you're at the door. You would think, but it is not the case. Let me go! Oh my god. Oh, I had a heart there. Darn it. Why am I getting hit? What am I getting hit by? Wait, why am I getting like sucked in? Why am I getting like sucked into the boss? That's very bad. Okay, this time I'm gonna keep the key. These get a lot harder, just FYI. What? I thought I dodged. Aw, man. There's one more. Okay, we're gonna keep the key. Thank you, Fi! It's called the hitbox. Oh, the hitbox of the mini boss? I guess I don't understand. Okay. Maybe I'll get a magic clock. Oh, I did better in that room at least. Oh my god, I got hit. I shouldn't have got hit with that one. Oh no. Darn. No, stop that. Yeah, I've done in a few hours what took me multiple days to do in a day. Well, I also had Twitch chat. Oh my god, I got a fairy! Ah, I'm gonna save this. Wait, no! I meant... I hate the saving in this game. I hate this. I hate this. I always either load or save over. I can't win! Oh. Every time I meant to save and then I loaded. It's so easy to do. It's right that they should put load all the way down here and then just keep create at the top for me, because I can't do it. You know what? This is why they didn't give this to people back then. Because people like me will try to abuse it and then just mess it up. That's why you never should give it to me. Oh god. That's what I get. Dumb. Just rewind a bit. Can I do that? Can I do that? Wait, where would that be? I don't think I can. I don't think that works. Thank you, Matthew. Oh, punks! Ooh, I'm getting lots of bombs. Look at that. Okay, I just need to go slow. I should open, create. I'm gonna save over this one because I have full health. Back. Do I like this or Breath of the Wild better? I think I prefer Breath of the Wild. Just for what I did not too long ago. Oof. It's a rough one, guys. The sad part about this, oh, look at that money. The sad part about that is I was doing so good and I had so much health. But now I'm gonna lose. Oh, I hate this. See, I wish I could, see, I'm pressing A. A doesn't do anything when you're in these little thingies. Okay, alright. Doing better. Doing okay. Okay, this is the moment of truth, though. If I could somehow get a clock right away or something. Stop. Ooh, I got a bomb. Well, I'm full on bombs. I don't need your bombs. I was doing so well, chat. Do those things even do damage? Or do they just stick you there? Hello? What? Why am I pushed down? What's going on with the block? Hello? They eat your shield? Okay, there we go. Do I even want to bother with this room? I don't think I should. I had it, Kylie. Why'd you ruin it? Do I want to do bombs for this mini boss? I have 8 bombs now. I don't know if that does damage. Oh, they don't work. Darn. Can I hit that thing that's floating around? Going out, dying! It's such a turdy fight. 8 bombs is the max, unless you get the bomb upgrade. Yeah, I don't have that. Maybe eventually. Give me this money, or you take something away from me too. Ah! On a scale of 1 to 10, how much harder is Zelda 2 compared to this game? I'm reloading. A 10. An 8? It's like just too slow. Okay. That was a little better. Get out of my way. All right. I did it! I have somewhat hearts. We'll root for you. That's good. This times 2. And I think it's because of the grinding, right? Honestly though, if grinding made me stronger, like, I'm all for it. Okay, we got it. Let's go south now. I could go back up and down, but... Oh god. Why do you exist? Ah! Yoink! Maybe I should go back down. Where am I? Hold on. Okay, why don't we go back down? I can't see anything. Mother liquor. All right. We're not gonna restart. I feel like it's too much to restart. However, I need to go get fairies again. Unfortunate, but at least this time I have At least this time I have the keys and I have the map. So I think we'll be okay. And the mini boss is dead. The mini boss will be dead forever. Exactly. I can never remember what the... Why does it keep going to 5? Go to 3. I can't ever remember what the third one looks like. Y'all let me know when I get to the third one. It's not this one. Wait, I think I remember. It's in the green area. It's this one. Never mind. I know. Or do I? I don't think I know. This is the second one, isn't it? This is the one I want. This is the third one. Okay, so it's green on the outside and brown on the inside. Okay. No. Sorry, I meant to hit A, not B. Adventure of Link is harder because it's a 2D game in the same way Mario is, but with more difficult combat because of how having to do higher or low attacks. Higher or low attacks. Oh, what? Not what I meant to do, but maybe I need, wait, I think I need to go down here. Ooh. I'm going the wrong way. Why is my mind blanking? Oh, here we go. Oh, I hate you! Stop making me lose unnecessary life. Ah! Same with you, Lionel! What did I ever do to you? Meatballs. What game are you gonna play next? Zelda 2. Every screen holds a secret. Does it? Get out of the way! Oh my god! Painful! I went all the way there to get full hearts, and I came back with less than 3. Oh! Horrible! The stupid helicopters. Okay. I wish I could just, like, teleport to the room that I need to go to. Darn it. I will gladly accept your heart. See, this room just needs to stay open. God forbid it stay open. One good thing, though. I don't have to worry about the mini-boss. Get out of here, yellow whiz robe. So wait, does that mean the yellow whiz robe is an electric whiz robe? Yes. You are correct. It is the order of the release. So. Alright, let's create one here. Alright, did I want to go south? Or did I want to go that way? I don't remember. Did I want to go south, chat? Is there a purpose? Maybe go to the right. I haven't been to the right yet. There's a key. It gave me like no space. Okay, well I got another key. Let's go this way maybe? I have to kill everything. Let's load this one. Let's open this door just to open it. I think. I can't remember. Cheater. Yeah. Is this on Nintendo Switch? Not a dumb question. And yes, this is on the Nintendo Switch. Let me get the light out. Oh my god! Kidding me! Let's go up. What's up? Okay. I could do without the little balls of death. But it's a start. Ugh! What do I do? Is there something I can do in here? Stop touching me! Can I not do anything in this room? I'm like so bad at like moving and just pushing things around. Nope, I guess not. What was the point? I don't know. They don't make music like this anymore. Oh, I need a stretch. The balls of death don't actually hurt you. They just stop you from using your sword. Oh, they don't hurt you? I thought they did. Oh, I always thought they hurt me. Okay. So later when they stun you until you can't use your sword at all. Oh, that's... Oh, right. I remember. Hi, Nolan. Okay. Well, I guess let's, go back this way. I don't necessarily mind being caught up in... Ouch. Oh. I don't understand how these guys, like, do that much damage all at once. Like, what did I do? Like, do I have to, like, not stand in front of them or something? Blue ones are tough. They are tough. I feel like tough is not even the best word to describe them. Imagine you didn't have the blue ring. Oh god. Right? I can't imagine. Let go of me! Oh my god! Oh my god! That room is so mean! Oh. Might as well kill this room if I do good. I'm going to assume there are 8 levels in this game, or are there more than that? 9? Okay. Yes! I'm gonna resave over this one now. There's 9. Interesting. Alright. He can go in the door? What? If I can't shoot from the door, he shouldn't be able to go through the door. What is this? Hacker! Oh, God. Such a hacker. Oh, the fire didn't work. Oh, Sunlita, thank you for the 45 months. Hello. He just knows how to bend the rules. Apparently, burn with fire, pain and fire. Ugh. This level is so hard. I'm getting hungry. I should probably take a break soon and go get dinner. I haven't eaten, obviously, dinner yet. Okay, it's a little more clear. Oh my god. I finally got through this room? What? There are secrets where fairies don't live. What? Wait, is he talking about that one area that looks like a fairy fountain, but isn't a fairy fountain? Because there's no fairy in there? But there's like a dude? I'm thinking maybe that's what they're talking about? Like to the left of that one fairy fountain? Oh, yes! I got it! Huh? Cool. Good to know. I did not know this. Okay, where are we? We're here. But we have to go either up or to the right. I'm gonna guess I have to bomb this wall. I can hear. No? Do I have to bomb this wall? Genius. Genius. Okay. Bombing the Triforce room would be cheating. Left wall? In here? Oh. Okay. There's also secrets in that room, apparently. Why you do damage? Why you didn't give me earlier? No cheating allowed. Well, you wouldn't think that was cheating. I mean, you just see the map and then you're like, oh, that makes sense. By all means. Okay, let's see. So we went there. And then we can't go to the right. But we can go back to the left and then up or down. But my poor little hearts I don't think they can take it. So it can unlock that room. I'm guessing it'll give a thingy. I'm gonna die. Ah! Burn and then run away. It doesn't work. Kill everything in here and push the left block. Okay. Darn it. I am gonna have to kill them. Bombs not work on them. That's okay, chat. We were gonna definitely die anyways. So let's go and get some more hearts. And then I wanna find the dungeon. Even though I know I shouldn't right now, but I'm gonna do it anyways. Where did the subtitles go? They should still be there. Thanks, Caleb. No dying? Well, I don't know about that. I know, my Windows keeps making... Can I turn that sound off for certain things? Wait, I'm going the wrong way. I was already heading back towards the graveyard and I was like, wait a minute. Okay, let me heal first. Whoop. Okay. So left of this pond, over there is a secret. We're gonna go find the secret. But yeah, the subtitles should still be there. You just have to hit the CC at the bottom. Okay, there's a secret here. The question is where? I'm guessing. Maybe over here. What? Are you playing all these Zelda games through a subscription? Yeah, you just need you need to download the NES or the SNES and you get it from the online. You get it from the online. Oh. You have to play a song, you say? I wasted bombs, you say? Oh, whoa! Oh, magic! Oh, it was the 7th dungeon! Good job. Okay, alright. Well, good to know. We need to go back. Hello. Alright, we need to go to the graveyard now. With as much health as we can get. Alright, north. Every time, man. Ah! Well, that was so close. Yeah, me too, Vader. I would not have done it without you guys. Thank y'all for your help, by the way. Thank you for just hanging out and being here, too. Everybody that's just chilling and lurking and just having a good time. I appreciate you guys so much. Lionel, how could you? Okay. We're gonna save at the very top. Alright, let's see how far we can get with this much health. He poked us in the butt. He did. Hoping for like one little heart. Okay, this is probably a dumb question, but does the beams do damage? This is a kid's game? What? It's not just for children. It's for adults like me. Okay, thank you. No kid would be able to do this alone. Well, maybe they could, but it would take them years to figure out where the heck they gotta go. Like, goodness gracious. Please just die and go away forever. I hate how I get all my hearts back, but then I immediately lose them. At least some of the floors are unlocked, I guess. Yeah, you just had to get in my way. You just had to. Look at that, I have 3 hearts now. It like literally made no sense. To go all the way back. Oh! Half a heart? I have to kill... I have to go down and kill this way, right? Don't get hit. I'm trying. Some of us are older than the NES. Oh no, Dale. Wait. Which is low battery? Please stop hurting me. Nope, it's pointless. This dungeon is so difficult. Is there like a better outfit I could get to keep trying? Because this is very hard. Should I just get that shield thing? The shield thing will help me, right? I have 93 rupees. Should I go get that shield and then magically I'll be a lot better because it'll protect me? Maybe a potion? Potion? Oh, really? What happens if it gets eaten? How do you get it back? Unless you kill them, right? Or is that... Or do you lose it forever? You have to buy another one? What? Okay, I think getting the shield, it would be pointless. Because yes, I will get eaten. Oh, 100% I would get eaten. Alright, screw the shield. That will not happen. I would just waste so much money that way. Maybe a potion would be smarter. Alright, let's go get a potion. Where is the potion, lady? Like, I can't remember it. Like, I know the... You wouldn't waste any money if you save before each room. Yeah, but oh my god, that would take so long, Bahamut. That would take so long. I also think maybe now is a good time to actually take a break and go get some food because I'm getting hungry. Very hungry. And I can leave my character here and y'all can listen to the fun music. Does that sound good? I'm gonna probably be gone for several minutes though because I need to make dinner and then eat it and then relax and then come back and eat and continue. Yeah, how long have I been... Actually, hold on. How long have I been streaming? Maybe I should just, like, stop for today and then we'll get it back tomorrow. I don't know. It's already 7. I didn't want to do, like, a 10-hour stream today. When did I start? I started at 12. So I've been streaming. You can't use the uptime because my internet went down and it crashed my stream. I started an hour ago. Only 1 hour. No! Make some food then eat it? I don't know. I kind of feel like taking a break and relaxing. This game is frustrating. Even if I get the big shield, it's gonna be painful. Yeah. Self-care, yes. I also don't have any food, and I don't want to make food, because then that would take like 30 minutes. And then I'd be here and have to wait a very long time, and all of you guys would be gone. You're already kind of doing it in a way, so might as well get the shield. Plus, you often get eaten by running away from the wizard, so now you wouldn't need to run away. That's assuming I still don't get hit by the wizards. I mean, we can definitely try it, but that's like, what, 160? I'd have to go out and buy it, and then, or I'd have to go get some rupees and then go buy it. Six and a half hours? So now that you finally played the first Zelda, how do you feel? I mean, I'm still gonna beat it. I'm gonna beat the game, but I can appreciate why I like newer games. But it's still not bad. I just can see, I don't think this is anybody's favorite game, is it? It's very difficult. I feel like this is way more difficult than Ganon in Breath of the Wild. What happened? I'm just kidding. Everything's easier than him. Do you see the similarities? I mean, I see recognizable characters in Breath of the Wild and other games. You thought the controllers would charge in handheld mode? Wait until you play Zelda 2. Yeah, I have heard every single person and their mothers say Zelda 2 is so difficult, which is why I will be following a guide to the T to help me with that game. So we can like get through it and like move on with our lives. Link to the Past has it beat in all categories. I know, I'm excited to get to that game too. It was mine? Was it Outlaw? Is it because it was like your first ever game? You have so much nostalgia? If I am right to been live, if I'm right, I've been live for 6 or 7 hours. Yeah. They toned it down over the years. That's for sure. If this is hard, wait till you play the next one. Oh, I don't even, like, I already know. I already know I'm gonna be in pain. It's just gonna be like Zelda 2, the Adventure of Pain. Too many haters? You find it fun? Interesting. Well, then I just need your positivity, Steven. Sound good? What's my top 5 Zelda games? Let me beat all of the Zelda games at the end of my event, and I'll get back to you. Because there's a lot of games that I have not played before. And that is the whole reason why, well, the actual main reason that I wanted to do this event is because I wanted to celebrate Zelda's 35th anniversary this year. And like, you know, I haven't been able to play all these games, so I want to like experience and learn and, you know, figure everything out. Figure everything out just by playing all of them. So it'll be fun. We will help you get through it for sure. Thank you. Breath will be TP will be second. What? You beating Zelda 2? Yeah, right. Snowing in Texas. It's not snowing anymore. It was only snowing for a little bit. I liked 2, but it is difficult. It's difficult because of the leveling aspect in the game, right, guys? And like grinding, I guess. Great Palace is the hardest in the series by far. Great Palace? I've already played Skyward Sword. If y'all type ! event, there's a little FAQ that I created, and it has like all of like the information about the event and like questions, and it includes like what games I haven't played. Like number 4 shows you what games I haven't played. Skyward Sword is a game I played, but it has been years since I've played it, meaning I do not remember it at all. Like, I have the memory of a goldfish when it comes to things, and I haven't played most of these games like 5-6 years ago. So some of the games that I have played before, but do I remember anything about them? No. No, and I've only played Zelda games like once. So it's not like I can say like, oh, I've played this game like 5 times and that's why I can remember some stuff. No, I've only played it once. So some of them will be my second playthroughs. I have only these Oracle games and the NES left. I'm playing all the Zelda games too. Nice, King! Skyward Sword needs improved controls and HD for Switch. Well, who knows what Nintendo's going to do, guys? Like, imagine like we're playing through and like February hits and we're like, maybe we're still in Zelda 2. Maybe we're, hopefully not. But maybe like they announce like Skyward Sword will come to the Switch, and then I'll switch to the Switch instead of playing Skyward Sword on the Wii U. That'd be cool. Nintendo could technically mess up the order, by the way. I said that in the events page. If Nintendo, for whatever reason, announces anything Zelda related, I am going to pause what I'm doing, and then play whatever Nintendo launches, and then come back. That's like my goal, because I can't, it's hard to plan around Nintendo. And even then might be a huge if, you know? Did you hear Ocarina of Time rumored HD on Switch? Yes, I've heard so many rumors. I've heard so many things. I'm excited. I hope they're true. Zelda card game? I guess. How would they do that? No. I think that's what I'm thinking, King. I'm so ready to hear what their plans are for the 35th anniversary. They've got to have plans. Oh, 100%. Of course they would. Well, I hope so. You know how they did for Mario? They had like cute little clothing. I hope they have clothing and stuff for Zelda as well. Cause I want more clothes. Zelda casino game. Yes! I would be down for it. I love gambling. I love gambling in this game. I got so lucky. Right away, I hit like the jackpot and got 50, which was like the most, at least I think. Zelda overalls. Yeah, Zelda overalls. Those would be cute. Don't forget the Mario Cat game coming in February. Yes, that reminds me. There's some games that, granted, that game comes out on a Friday. I don't normally stream on Friday, so I probably would stream that Friday just to play that game for a little bit. But there are some other games that are coming out in 2021 this year, like Room Factory, there's a new Harvest Moon, there's Story of Seasons, there's Bravely Default, which I'm still unsure if I'm gonna play or not. But this is why I said to you guys, this event is not a marathon. I don't want to get burnt out, so I will probably switch to other games that come out that aren't Zelda related at all, like Room Factory. Play that for a little bit and then come back and then play Zelda until, like, I don't know, whatever games come out. Play those and then come back. That's what I plan to do. That's why it's going to take probably the whole 2021 to do all these games. Why doesn't Link wear pants? What? He does wear pants. He wears leggings, doesn't he? That's when we announced the Zelda farming game, right? Yes. Yes, Nova. That's exactly what we'll do. God of War 2. Yeah, there's a lot of big games that don't even have launch dates yet, so we'll see when they come out. I have a feeling a lot of them might come out in the fall, which would be good because I'm kind of hoping to finish this before fall. But we'll see how it goes. Most games he does wear pants. See? I told you guys. He has shorts. Some of the games he has shorts. I feel like majority of them he has pants. Anyways. As much fun as this is, I think I'm gonna go. We'll save. Y'all will have to remind me what I wanted to do. I believe I wanted to... What did I want to do? I wanted to go and get a potion, I think. Or the big shield. We can attempt the big shield, but y'all have to remind me that those sucker things are the devil. And to stay far away when I have a shield. So, we'll have to see. Tasty, if you type exclamation mark event, it'll tell you everything. All your questions will be answered. Thanks for the super chill stream. Well, thank you guys for hanging out. I appreciate it. I'm sorry my internet went down in like the middle of it, but I hope you guys enjoyed nonetheless. But we'll continue tomorrow. Just keep in mind Mondays I don't stream until 7:30 p.m. Central Time because I have a job and I have to go do that job in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. So I'll see you guys around 7:30, all right? For those of you that aren't in my Discord, that is the link, and we would love to have you there because that's how we, you know, just talk off stream and stuff. And maybe that's also where I'll get tips from you guys of things to do for the game and stuff. Good night. Aw, you guys are so sweet. Thank you so much for all the love today. Thank you for all the sub gifts. Crazy amount of sub gifts today. Thank you so much for the resubs and the new subs. Thank you for all the follows. Everybody that decided to lurk today, I love you guys so much. Thank you. And everybody was here in chat. I appreciate y'all's help tremendously. I probably would not get this far, like, at all. And thank you again for the bits and the tips. I want to go send a raid, but I don't know. Hold on, let's see. I don't know who to raid. So is there anybody else playing this game? There's somebody that's speedrunning this game. Do y'all want to go watch a speedrunner? It's gonna make mine look horrible. Let's see. I don't even know if they're talking. Here, you know what? Instead, let's go watch a speedrunner. Let's go watch Alex instead. He's playing Diablo 2. He speedruns Diablo 2 and he has his man versus stream event. Let's go raid him and go hang out with him instead. And then tomorrow I'll figure out other people that we can raid that are playing Legend of Zelda games. Sound good. Mwah. I love you guys so much. Go follow Alex, aka Mr. Llama SC. He's funny. He'll make y'all laugh.